Welcome everybody to LJ's Comic Burrow, and give me a little video of the actual burrow. And we're very comic book related. It's Mickey, Rocket, and this was for Stan Lee. And this is Mickey, he's sleeping. And hello, Blade. Aren't you an interesting character to come out for a storyline for which I'm about to introduce? Yeah, he's my baby boy. Absolutely baby boy. Oh, there she is. There's Minnie, my pretty little girl. There's Aladdin. Hi, Bubba. Yeah. Hey, you. Here's a few more of our books that we actually have. Amazing homage cover. Little Chris Claremont. Frank Miller right there. Not his signature, but there's that. Alright, welcome back to LJ's Comic Burrow. My name is Jay. I'm the host for the show. And the first thing I gotta say is if you like what you're watching, you like what you're seeing, dear God, if you like the words coming out of this mouth, please like, please subscribe. Please leave a comment. I'd love to be able to hear from you. I'd love to be able to hear what you guys are thinking of this Blood Hunt storyline so far, and which books you're actually picking up, or you collecting, or you're actually doing them all. Because this guy here is doing them all. I am so super excited to be able to talk to you about this. I started reading these, and yeah, I am hooked, line, and sinker, all in reading all these books. Other than like the Dallas Cowboys, who are all in and don't do a damn diddles, and I'm a Cowboy fan. Yeah, so yeah, I'm all in for all this storyline. I absolutely love so far how this has been going, so I'd love to be able to show them off to you, show them what order you're supposed to be reading them in, because Marvel usually does a pretty crappy job. I will say I'm not a fan of the DC crossovers, but they do an amazing job directing you which way and which book you're actually supposed to be reading next. So I'm going to say so far so good when it comes to what Marvel's doing with this and Jed MacKay is actually doing with this storyline. First thing I'm also going to do is, before I get into those books, I had an artist reach out to me on my Instagram page, and she asked me if I could show off some of her stuff. I said, what the hell? I told her, I said, I only have 98 subscribers, so you know, I'm probably not the one that's going to get your name out there, but you know what I'm saying. I saw this artwork, and I was more than happy to be able to show it off here. Her name is Alicia Brittany. This is some of her stuff that she's done. Right there. Beautiful stuff here. So if you are looking for a fantastic artist, please look her up on Instagram. Her name is Alicia Brittany. I show some other stuff here. Yeah, I absolutely love this picture. I love the little tree there. Looks like a tree with a mouth and eyes. Yeah, I love that. Here's some of her panel work. Now, I don't know how finished she actually was with this product here that she sent over to me, but I guess she just wanted to show off she actually can do some panel work. But yeah, amazing artist. So if you're actually, like I said, if you're actually looking for a great, great artist, a good cover artist, I mean, I think she could do a fantastic job with cover art if you give her what direction. So please, please reach out to her. I'd love to hear that she actually picked up some work. Other than that, one last major thing. You guys did see the actual burrow, saw some of the comic books, saw the most important thing, which was some of the rescues and some of my babies that I brought in here. If you have any kind of questions or anything or any kind of concerns before you go out and rescue, like I said, do your research. If you have any other questions that you can't seem to find any answers for, please send them over my way. Because if I cannot find them, I can't find the answer, I probably can pretty much point you in the direction and to the correct people to be able to ask those questions. So, on to the comic books. So excited to be able to show this to you. All right. First book. When you're sitting here and you're getting into this Blood Hunt storyline, is to be reading The Avengers, issue number 13. Now, you're saying to yourself, well, Jay, this is the fall of the House of X. I don't know why I'm reading this. It's pretty much for the last page. If you're looking for an oh my god moment, if you're looking for something, because this, like I said, this is pretty much the end of the fall of the House X storyline. The Avengers have involved themselves into. This is what you're looking for. That's some pretty amazing stuff right there. All right. And what you're pretty much looking at is all the Marvel characters that pretty much use the dark forces as their energy, or as their power source, as pretty much has opened up into giant portals. I mean, they've literally become a giant portal, kind of like Cloak. He uses like dark forces and stuff like that as his energy source. So he is right now a giant tunnel. That's all he really is right now, and people and creatures and monsters are coming on through. So fan-flippin-tastic. All right, next book you're going to be reading here is Moon Knight, issue number 5, another Jed MacKay special. Now, if you've read issue number 4, you pretty much find out who the new Moon Knight is. They get into it, they talk about it, they introduce him, you see him without the mask. Well, in this issue, well, yeah, you can see what once those vampires come through, how that really does affect him. And here, God, I'm just going to show it to you. Like I said, there's been certain storylines and stuff like this that get me all super hyped, super excited, but nothing more, nothing better when you're looking at great artwork like that. That got me excited. I looked at that and I was like, yep. There's some crazy shit about to happen in this Marvel universe. So, all right. Absolutely, and all right, Jed MacKay. Yeah. All right, the next issue that you will be reading, if you're reading along here, is Blood Hunt, issue number 1. Now, I got the red band, and I also picked up the Gabriel Dell'Otto, the connecting cover, issue number 1. Now, will I probably get the rest of the issues now? I'm just a huge Gabriel Dell'Otto fan, and I looked at that one, I was like, yeah, that's probably the best cover of all 5 at this moment. So, but this is issue number 1, the red band. And there's Blade. who pretty much is the monster. The brains behind the whole thing so far. Um, yeah, you do get introduced to a new group of villains, which I will show you in this real quick. You do get introduced to a new set of villains. I wanted to show that off to you. These are the new baddies that Blade has pretty much invited to have him do all the bad work. And don't get me wrong, Blade does get his hands dirty. But yeah. I'll show that to you. And that's Blood Hunt number 1. Next issue. Now, I stopped collecting Amazing Spider-Man. Alright, once Spider-Man started fighting trash cans and shit like that, I was done. But they have been sucking me in for these what if X-Men, what if Marvel, the little Disney stuff, what if things. So this is Amazing Spider-Man, issue number 49. And this is definitely the X-Men homage. Awesome cover. Love to see Donald Duck as Havoc. So, yeah, awesome book. And I will give it to Wells. He didn't mess it up so bad to pass it on to the next writer, because the finishing of the Amazing Spider-Man storyline will be in a 3-part series written by not Wells. So, yay. Pretty happy about that. All right. Let's get into this. This next book that you will be reading is The Avengers, issue 14. The new Avengers group, because the other Avengers right now are being held up. They are dealing with some stuff on their own at this moment. So Captain America has come back and he has made his own team, which is pretty fantastic. I love seeing Captain America taking on a new group, trying to bring everything back to normal. And yeah, his group is his group is going to do about as good as they possibly can. But I do love seeing a different style of Avengers of what was going on at this moment. So yeah. All right, next issue that you are going to be reading is Blood Hunters, issue number 1, which is a 3-part story inside. Literally, it's 3 different stories. You got Clint Barton, you have Dagger, who's right now searching for Cloak and trying to figure out how to help him at this moment, and you have Manwolf, which is J. Jonah Jameson's kid, who at this point in time, all he wants to do is be a hero to his dad. And he's kind of mad at his dad because he feels that Spider-Man has taken on that hero hero mantle. And so it's kind of cool. It's so far, like I said, it's 3 fun stories. All of them pretty much have gathered together, and you'll see them mold as a team, I guess, in the next issue. But yeah, great stuff here. I want to show this off to you. I'm a huge Cloak and Daggers fan, so just seeing them together. Look at that. Manwolf. Yeah. All right, the next issue you will be reading is Doctor Strange, issue number 15. Doctor Strange is a vampire. Yes. Blade finally got to him, and he never saw it coming. Sorry, spoilers. Blade got to him, and yeah, he never saw this coming. I love how Blade was able to do that. I love how Clea was able to separate Doctor Strange from his body, so she can actually have the conscience of Doctor Strange, be able to help her and talk her through some things and see how they're supposed to take care of the vampire problem, which they need a Darkhold. So they're sitting around and they're searching right now for the Darkhold. So, oh yeah. Love so far. Like I said, this story has got me super hyped and super excited that I literally drove down to Gettysburg, PA, just so I can get a head start, because I'm not going to have a mystery box for quite some time. I'm driving down there every other week to pick up these books. All right, next book that you're going to be reading is Dracula, issue number 1. And I did get the second print of this. I got the bloody one coming, so I am, yeah. But the one thing I do have a problem with, okay, is the similarity between how they drew Dracula and how they drew Null. So Ryan Stegman's Null looks a little like Dracula, as you can see. That's yeah, I saw that, and the crazy thing is, once I pick up on Venom, they bring up Null several times, you know, and Dylan Brock saying, I feel like this is Null. I feel like this is what we're about to go through. And then you see Dracula here, and you're like, well, I mean, you give him a whiter, pastier face, and that would be Null, you know, a little bonier. So, but other than that, I love the story. Great story. You know, you see Blade's daughter dealing with things and teaming up with Dracula himself to help stop her father for taking over the world with all these other vampires. So, like I said. All right. Next book, Strange Academy, issue number 1 for Blood Hunt. I kind of wish it was a Scotty Young, but I'm fine. It was actually a really, really great story. Awesome characters. You find out a new character is a vampire. You find out, what the new character is a vampire. So that's pretty cool. That belongs to the new Strange Academy class. You also find out the Darkhold is no longer just a book, it's a boy. Which, yeah, that was actually pretty cool. So to be able to show that off to you, I was pretty happy about that. And that is who basically Doctor Strange and Clea is going to be looking for. And this story is pretty much, it's like a Goonies story. So Doctor Strange goes to the Strange Academy to talk to Brother Voodoo about getting the Darkhold and to be able to make this new, you know, enchantment, so they can basically get rid of all the vampires. And Dr. Voodoo's like, and Brother Voodoo's like, nah, this is not happening on my watch. No way, no how. I see where your body is. I see what the hell's going on here, which you're just floating around. I see we're all, you're being infested here with all these vampires, but I can't do it. I just can't. And it's kind of hard. I guess you sit there and you read the story finally, where Brother Voodoo's coming from. His new student is a vampire, so. But yeah, this is good shit. Like I said, Jed MacKay did an amazing job putting all these guys together. Now, is it going to continue staying good? I don't know. I really don't know. It's hard to actually keep everybody on the same path. It's hard to be able to sit there and try to control so many writers and so many artists and to be able to show you so many different things. So like I said, Jed MacKay is, he's writing a lot of the books, but he's not writing every book. So that's what's going to be. It's going to be a hard thing to be able to accomplish. But they do have an amazing. I mean, he did a great job for the Fall of X, and I'm hoping he's only doing 2 issues for this one that I know of. And this is issue number 33, Venom, Al Ewing. I love that homage. Look at that. That's a. I think that's. I'm going to say the wrong thing, and people are going to be like, "No, it's not. You should know this. You're a Spider-Man fan." This is a Spider-Man homage. Awesome cover. Love this. I actually have a Logan homage, the same calibers, but it's a black and white. I love to get graded one day, so. But this is awesome book. Yeah, and this is a great story. Yeah, Dylan is there, and everyone believes he's dead. You got Venom, who believes Dylan is dead. I think Brock believes that Dylan is dead. So Brock is trying to latch on to somebody else. He needs to get a hold of a host, and it's pretty cool to see the end of this book and see where that goes. So. And that's it. That's all the books that you should be reading in all the order. A little bit about the story. I'm hoping that you guys find it as exciting as I am. I hope you guys are picking up these books. If you have not, all these books are coming out with a bloody cover as a second print. Maybe not this Amazing Spider-Man or the Venom, but I know the others are coming out with a bloody cover second print. So if you haven't, you at least have another opportunity. You pretty much get a different perspective for that cover. So I'm picking up one for Dracula. I can't wait to see it. Maybe get that one signed and graded. So, and that's my dog who's sneezing like that. So, and that's it, guys. So if you like what you're watching, if you like what you're seeing, if you like the words coming out of this mouth, if you liked everything I just showed off, please please subscribe, please share, and most importantly, please leave a comment. I'd love to be able to hear if you're actually reading the storyline. I hope you are. I hope you guys are picked up on this. I hope you guys are putting as much money as I am to be able to read this, and this way we have a little something to be able to talk about. And if not, and you're picking up just the main storylines, I hope you guys are enjoying it, and I hope it continues to stay good. Other than that, I do have one other thing. Chris, the Comic Vet, mentioned earlier, I think a couple shows ago, on his channel that he believes that the DC versus vampires he believed was a little bit better so far. I disagree. All right, Chris, I completely disagree with that statement. I think so much more has been put into this storyline creatively, and it being a actual mainstay of the whole comic book instead of an Oddworld, which I believe that DC versus the vampires was. It wasn't a part of the continuing story of those characters. So to be able to do this and to be able to put a little bit more creativity and to work with so many different writers instead of just the few that was actually doing that 7 or 8 issue series, yeah, this is the series you should be getting, Chris. You'll regret not getting some of these other books who did an amazing job putting together. Other than that, I'm LJ. From my family to your family, please have a great day. I hope you picked up your books. Hope you were able to enjoy them. And I'll see you all next week.